Good evening, everyone. You're welcome. You're welcome to yet another day of continuous induction and orientation of the CDT group members of staff. And we had the students, members of staff, and now we are on the likely great opportunity of being German necessary, because this is the exchange program in which we do and give way or make proceedings possible for them to go through the CDT group and find themselves in Germany, working in Germany. So right now, I would like to recognize the presence of the CEO. Kindly mute your mics, please. To all that have the mics on, kindly mute your mics so that we can proceed and work with given. Pilot 727, please mute your mic. Name as you came through the Zoom was Galaxy J7 20. Okay, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the CEO, the co-founder and vision carrier, Mr. Evans Lukomona, in the platform right now. Also, the deputy CEO, Mr. Isaac Mulongo. I would like to also that of the vibrant and ever on top of everything, I would say the Mamachka Moneka team in the Copper Belt, the Solwezi team. Thank you so much. Please mute your mics. Thank you so much. Okay, so the meeting has begun. So please make sure that your mic is off. TechnoSpark 7P, please make sure that your mic is off so that we have order. Thank you so much. So I will be your moderator for the day and the program. My name is Charity Muponda. I'm the International Secretary General for the CDT Group, and I welcome you all. And from this moment on, before we proceed further, we are one foundation, and I would say just one group, as you have heard, the CDT Group, a combination of three components. We have the Central Hamburg University in Germany. We also have the DLI, which is Diversity Learning Institute in Germany. And then we have the Trikatane EV, Germany based as well. And then it's African HQ is in Impika, Mchinga province. And this group is not one that does not recognize the fact that in all the universe, there is one that is greater than all. And so in this wonderful moment, I would like us to recognize the presence of Pastor Isaac Mulongo, our Deputy CEO. I would like him to come through and give us an opening prayer. Are you there, sir? Hello, are you there, sir? Okay, so we proceed. I'll give an opening prayer. So, can we pray?
Yes, please.
Our Lord and Heavenly Father, we thank you, mighty King of glory, for your mercy, your grace, and your favor. We thank you that you alone has made it possible for us to be here, to see the light of the day, proceed through it, and come to this moment. We are graced by your mercy that, oh God Almighty, you've made it possible. So we pray that you proceed with us, begin and end with us, because we truly believe that you're the Alpha and the Omega. May your name be praised all throughout and your glory brought back to your kingdom. For the CDT Group is founded on your word. May you, in the name of Jesus, be exalted through our works as we continue to touch the lives of the vulnerable in our society and everywhere. in the world. We bless your name and we glorify you alone. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you. Thank you so much. We thank God for this moment. And particularly now, I would like to invite Mr. Mlongo, the Deputy DDT Group. So you're welcome. The CEO and the Deputy CEO are all based in Germany and are currently in Germany. So we are catching them live from Germany. Okay.
I'll be with you soon. I'll be with you soon. Please just carry on with the program. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. Noted, sir. So we have had, since we are all, well, we would say we're all Germany based now, because everything that we're talking about and the root of all that is here is Germany based. So at the moment in Germany, the weather is not friendly. So it will take a bit of time for the deputy here to settle down and come through today, hopefully in good time. So at this wonderful moment, I would like you to concentrate on the thing being shared. This is a program of our day today. Okay. I hope we are all program of the day. Since our deputy CEO is not yet settled, we'll go straight into our program. We'll have our Director of Education and Disciplinary Committee.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Francis Kaluba.
Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible. Can you come through?
Hello.
Mr. Kaluba, you are audible. Please come through.
I think let him come through on WhatsApp. I'm gonna call him and he's gonna reach us through WhatsApp.
I'm getting you, sir. I'm getting you, sir. I'm getting you.
Okay,
hello,
are we clear, Mr. Francis
hello?
Kaluba? Are we clear?
Hello.
Okay. So
are you able to pick me up?
Yes, you're audible,
are you picking
Mr.
me
Francis.
up?
Yes, please.
Hello.
Okay.
Are you able to pick me up?
Is that okay?
Eddie. Leta go my earphones. Ndesha number ni. Ndefo kumvya kwa yobe. You wamba. Hello.
Mr. Kalua, your mic is not muted, but we appreciate the effort because we acknowledge that you're making the necessary efforts to make sure that we get you loud and clear. I think the best would be calling you via WhatsApp. Is that okay, sir?
Madam Charity, you block him on Zoom, then I pick him from WhatsApp. Thank you.
Noted, sir.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. You are live on. You are
able to pick me properly.
Sir, just go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. And let me take this opportunity to welcome the people on board here. First, I would like to recognize the CEO, Mr. Komona, the SG, and the others who are not present here, the officers. Let me take this opportunity as well to welcome the following groups. Students in the German language group, I say welcome. Students in the WOBEC group, good evening. Students in the research program and the au pair, I say you are all welcome to this program this evening. I know that as long as you are not vulnerable or in the need, there are application forms where you are supposed to pay something to be on the group of WOBEC. We've got a chart which explains everything on our website. If you can just Google www.diverselearninginstitute or www.twikatane.com. This information is available. You'll be able to pick it up from there. Let me talk about the first thing, the students or the learners. Who is a student in the first place? We should know as we come on board. I would define a student in my simplest term as a person who goes out there to get knowledge, or maybe at school, it may be at church, or it may be at a club, or any other places like the homes where you go there to pick knowledge, then you are a student. Because that knowledge you pick from there will do good to you in the long run. A good student is a person who adheres to rules and regulations set by that institution. If you go against those rules, then you are a bad student because you're not doing what is required of you. Okay? Then a good student will always be punctual in his eventuality, in his dealings. He's always supposed to be punctual. He'll always be clean in dealing with things. He will always be humble. That's a good student. There are a lot what can explain a good student. Then when we talk about punctuality, punctuality is just an action which comes in always when there's the right time to do something, or when you are called upon. You are there just in time before the event starts. That's punctuality. Always maybe 10 minutes before, that's punctuality. That's a person who's supposed to be a good student, supposed to be. So if someone who is always punctual gains, what is going to gain is respect from others and those surrounding him. Someone who is punctual will always manage his time and schedules properly because he knows what he's doing. Therefore, being punctual means that you value your own time and the time of others and those surrounding you. And that would not deprive others the precious time they have or the resources. So what do I mean by saying what is respected and expected of you? Always, as a student, attend classes so that the respect from others will be there to you. Be there on time and encourage others as an example of being a good student. Show good qualities of a good student by being punctual for classes. And that's what we expect you always to do. When you are not punctual, there are consequences which will follow you. Somebody who's always unpunctual at events get punished. For example, if you are a worker, you may be dismissed. You may be fired from work where you're getting your income from. You may be, people may lose trust in you. You may develop a reputation of being unreliable. They always call you that you are unreliable, not a person to trust. There are people who think that you are lazy. That's why you are always very unpunctual. Laziness comes in. You always look like as if you don't plan well when you are not punctual because you are always running against time. Okay? Then you always look like you are not, you don't have enough time to do your planning so that every time you get late for the people who are waiting for you may be derailed because of your unpunctuality to such kind of events. you end up being dismissed. Like what I said later on, if you are always unpunctual. So I expect you as students to always submit your assignments on time when need arises. You are always supposed to take part in tutorial classes when called upon. Do that because they were expecting you to be part of that group, and all because they know what they want to give you. Okay, so on permissions as a student, you're supposed to get permission 2 days before the actual event which you want to pick permission issues. You may want to visit a sick parent or guardian somewhere far away from where you are. Try to get permission, not through your friend as a student, no, but through your supervisor. You know that you are out somewhere there, so that that rapport is kept in between you and that person. Okay? We know that the attendance is our joy when you are always there in classes. Is of the joy of your sponsor, and it's the joy of everyone else on this group as an NGO CDT group. We always value time, we always value whatever. Then if there is so much absenteeism from you guys attending classes, you know, there are consequences. Missing a lot of lessons, you can't do well. People don't expect you to pass. There's no spoon feeding in this program you've come in. We need you to bring out your best so that we appreciate you. Missing classes will mean missing a lot of work which you are supposed to cover and know, because all the exams which are brought to test you come from what you were given in class by our tutors. Okay? I think this is what I had for you. I wanted to share with you. Thank you so much. Once again, I welcome you on this board. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kaluba. That is our Director for Education and the Disciplinary Committee, Mr. Kaluba Francis. We appreciate your coming through, and the presentation was wonderful. Thank you so much, sir. So just on what Mr. Francis just laid out for us, I would like to emphasize on the issue of communication. Please, we are acknowledging the fact that there are emergencies that come through. So make sure you just write up something, communicate to your tutor, to your manager. Make sure that as a student, you are in a good rapport to explain.
Where did it end, sir? Just guide me.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, thank you. Yes.
Mr. Kaluba. Okay. So as I was saying, you need to make sure that even if you are going to have a class rep, make sure that your class rep you're in contact, and then yes, you might not give us notice 2 days before if it's an emergency, so we do understand that, but make sure that you communicate at all costs. Communication is really important. We won't know, we won't assume anything until you explain yourself or tell us exactly what has happened, so that if need be for us to chip in. Is it at your workplace? Do you need to explain something? Are you coming a bit late because maybe your shifts have changed? What is happening that side? We will not know until you communicate. So we emphasize on you communicating in good time. And for those that will come abruptly and emergencies, as I'm saying, please make sure, seize an opportunity to make sure you communicate, because there will be attendance registers to be countersigned by the lecturer and yourself as you are attending the class. So we expect you to be in attendance. So if anything else comes up, let us know as soon as possible. And then please do be, and of all things, be very mindful that yes, there's no spoon feeding in the CDT group. You are working, we understand. You have duties, we understand. You have a home, we understand. But we do not expect that if you miss class by any chance, there will be anything that will be given to you to help you out beyond the normal proceedings and given to every other student. So before we get to moments and times where you end up embarrassing yourself, so please be in attendance. Make sure that you have the modules right, because every link that will lead you to the right library to get all the necessary documents will be given to you. So we expect you to be of utmost diligence when you're dealing with the CDT group. Your exams are prepared in Germany, so we expect you to be on point with your studies. Okay. So moving forward, for the my name is Wanda, and I'll be talking to you about communication, our communication channel as a CDT group, and our expectations from you as our students, and how we proceed in all forms of communication as a whole, inclusive of our managers, our students, and the members of staff. So our students' mode of communication between students and managers, you have to make sure that you are in good rapport, and at times it's inevitable that you might cross paths in a different or negative way. So just make sure that you recognize the level of professionalism rendered to you, and you act in the same way to make sure that you know what, you might have issues or not, but the system and your program does not suffer at all. So the managers have been trained and oriented to know that they have to be professional at all times. And so the students be aware of such. Okay, my next point is direct communication to Germany. We do not allow direct communication to the HQ office until you are cleared here in Zambia through the HQ office in Mpika, Mchinga province. The whole lot of Africa's HQ is in Mpika, Mchinga province for Twikatane EV. And then there are offices that are rendered open to all our students and managers. So we expect you to go through the right channel and procedure to communicate, and not otherwise. We have WhatsApp groups, we have forums according to the courses that you're taking. We have WhatsApp groups for every province. So the directors, the managers, the students, we all interact and air out our views from that end. So there's no way, we do not expect you to go straight to Germany HQ office and report either a contribution, a query, or anything that you would like to be attended to prior to your being cleared within Zambia. I hope that one is clear. And this goes with communicating to other offices, persons, and partners in Germany. Also your future employer in Germany. Remind you, we are the glue in between you and your employer wherever you wish to go, according to the partners that we have. Partner universities, partner maybe other companies that will come through. We are the glue in between. So the language that we use, the form of communication that we use is known to us. So the communication pattern of those officers, personnel, and partners, what we handle as the office. So it is not right and inappropriate. It is inappropriate for you to go and actually communicate direct to your employer in Germany. So we expect, please, adherence to this, and without fail, make sure that you are cleared within the Zambian office before you communicate anywhere or anything concerning the CGT group out of your country. Mind you, this program is not just in Zambia alone, but the entire Africa and other continents as well. So we expect you to come through, be diligent, and all the instructions that we're giving right now. And please, please, please do not forget, if there's need be for you to write, please write down every presentation here so that you are not caught in the wrong web, I would say. So thank you so much. That was from me, the International General Secretary for the CDT Group, in much appreciation and recognition of everyone present. Thank you so much. And moving forward, right now, I would like to bring to the floor and recognizing the presence of the CEO. If our Deputy CEO is not present, hello, sir, is Mr. Mlongo present, sir?
I can't see who is present because of the shared screen. Probably if you, we can call him out if he's around.
He's still muted, and I hope he comes through later on before we wrap up. So, sir, please, you can hold the floor. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, SG Charity Mukonda. Great job, well done. And thank you so much for your presentation as well, Mr. Francis Kaluva. That's the way to go. And once more, today we're having the third conference for the third group, which falls under German language intertwined with WOBEP in full work business exchange program, the au pair social exchange, and as well the REP, which is research exchange program. Also, I'd love to welcome you all and welcome the notable managers that are available to witness this great talk or presentation or inauguration orientation. So as per definition, having applied onto this program as a partaker, you didn't make a mistake. You just came to blend onto what we started some time back. And as you know, our motto and our mission is to serve the needy vulnerable with empathy, meaning to uplift those that are ailing or lacking behind in one way or another. In this case, some of you could be teachers and trained, but you couldn't get deployed or employed, nurses, health workers. And we say that Germany is waiting for you, and many other German-speaking countries to come and fill up the gaps. Like we've always said that with CDT Group, CHUDLI, Twikatene, the vision we started in Germany, now spreading over to Africa and other parts of the world, was that regardless of our background, we have to recognize where problems are, and where we could and we can, we just have got no option but to go into that. And since inception, we've been changing lives in Germany here, other parts of Europe, now getting back to our own country, Zambia, and other countries in Africa. So welcome to this program. Like we've always said that things happen in our lives. We graduate, we've got no jobs. Parents or relatives are expected of us, and things aren't working according to the expectations. So there's two things that happens normally when one goes through such kind of a life. It's either one loses his head, goes way wide to finding other means and ways of earning an income, or one gets still focused and living in what is called hope. Of course, I'm a Christian. We all Christians in Zambia, living in hope through Christ. And as we live in hope and continued search, he always answers. It can take longer, shorter, but ultimately at the end of the day, he answered. And through whom does he answer? Sometimes, or manchmal, we would say in German, We expect our beloved ones to help us out, but help many times, and this is what I've come to figure out through life experience, many times, help comes from the unknown space, not from your uncle, from your mom, from your dad, or from your friends, but from unknown space. But why should it be that way? I think it is always God's plan. Because sometimes when it comes from your uncle or your sibling or your relative, you take it for granted to say it is supposed to be that way. Because according to African culture, those that are going higher in a family, they have to look down to others, support them and stuff. But there are situations like you've been in. I'm talking about those teachers and nurses who never got that kind of a job. And they never got help. The government couldn't deploy you, but help has come through CDT group to Italy. Germany is a country with a shortage of thousands of medical workers, thousands shortage of teachers or trainers, despite being a developed country. Why? Because the natives are scared. I don't know if I would use the word scared. They don't want to be in such fields. They don't want to be in such fields. Hence, we said, let's take advantage as well, help solve the problem of Deutschland, not always just begging from them, helping us back in Zambia or Africa. We can also solve their problems. And time is now. And time is now. We started knocking microphones, please. We started knocking on the door of Zambia, because there are certain things you cannot do without the permission of the authorities, governments in this case. So we came to Zambia some time back in 2018 or 2019. If we could be allowed to bring the teachers and health workers here, it was hard. It was hard, but thank God with the New Dawn government, they welcomed this move. And as I'm talking to you, we've got quite a lot of recommendation letters from the government of Zambia through the German embassy, the Zambian embassy in Bali. And now we are good even to go back to the German government to say, remember the talk that we had last time that we want to bring teachers and nurses, health workers, because they only waited for 2 lines to say, yes, we recognize this move as Zambian government because we are the ones who trained the teachers and we're the ones who trained the nurses. So let DLI Tukatane go ahead. Just that sentence, this time could have changed. Many of you could have been already in Germany solving problems of Germany and getting a good income. But thank God, this just came to pass. I've got a pile of letters here. And what's remaining is for you now to fulfill the journey, which I'm going to talk about as the bridges. Before I go on, I would love to announce that one of our dear managers in Solwezi, Mrs. Esnati Kasanu, got involved in an accident yesterday as she was rushing to go and attend our conference. But thank God that he spared her life, but she's got a fractured, I think, arm. So please, whether you are in Solwezi or you're not in Solwezi, you in Zambia, remember her into the prayers. As you know, the Kankawem, though I don't promote him, the Kankawem doesn't sleep when he sees something coming, because the devil wants to see many people continue suffering, because when you are suffering, you don't have a job, you can fulfill your agenda. There are chances that he's going to bring to you manipulations and you are going to fall into a trap, and he builds the numbers of those to go into the lake of fire together with. So let's pray for her and for every manager and director, even us, pray for us, whether Zambians, Germans here, it's the same thing. Because what we are doing, even the greatest organizations that we know on earth, they don't do it. They're busy giving monies to governments which don't go down to the needy like you, but us, we are doing differently. So we expect as well the enemy to come and fight us, but we are victors as our Christ already did it victoriously on the cross. So we pray for you, Madam Esnat, you're going to be fine. Take a rest and you're going to be okay. God bless you. So now what I'm going to do is I will share my screen back so that I go line by line according to what we prepared for all of you that are here. So where's my screen share? Okay, first I'm going to do that. Let me switch off my. Okay, Mr. Isaac Mlongo is going to be joining after my speech. Okay, as you've been told, you've seen on news, there's been storms and storms destroying roads here, stuff that happened like 30 years ago, and it's really hard to commute between places. Okay, here we go. Here, I hope you're able to see my screen. So welcome and congratulations for signing up about DLI Germany Africa Success Roadmap. This is the roadmap onto which anybody that signs up with CDT Group, CHU, DLI, Tigatane works on. What about this roadmap? The DLI Germany Africa Success Roadmap was created sometime back in 2018. Of course, we were founded in 2010-11, but we came to realize that Germany is the greatest partner for not only Zambia, but Africa's success. After having looked at certain developed countries or high-class countries, how they have come to amass the resources and the wealth of Africa. But the Germans, wherever they have operated from, they have respected those lands or countries and they have followed the labor laws. So we said, come on, we're going to put our hands together. And we wrote to the presidency or the president of Germany, and his office responded in affirmative in support of the success roadmap to say, we need Germany in Africa. You are too quiet as Germans. We're going to speak louder about you so that you are known, and we partner together in different programs. So any manager, any student, any partner has to work on this success roadmap. It used to be the DLI, that time, Germany Africa Success Roadmap. Now it is the CDT Group, Germany Africa Success Roadmap. Your study programs, I'm gonna switch to here. Okay, wait a second, am I able to get my color? I love colors. Okay, let's check. Painting. Okay, perfect. Now we're here. Your study programs. German language. This is in front because whatever you want to do, okay, to come on WOBEP, Work Business Exchange Program, okay, as a nurse, health worker, as a teacher, German language is cardinal. We call it, that's your first visa. Whether you want to do our pair exchange program here, you need German language. Research exchange program, you don't need German language as a prerequisite, okay, to come for your research. But we are just going to teach you German language so that when you are doing your research, of course, it's going to be in English, right? In Germany. Hey, come on, you want to be going to the shops, supermarkets, you've got life to live, you know, after your conferences or your research timing. But do you just want to be lost? You better know the language. So also we give you German language as a rep. And unfortunately, I was trying to upload the brochure. It's too big with Zoom. I don't know, it's not opening, but I've got the printout. I'm going to read some other stuff. I can share it on a screen here. So This is what we are targeting. Let me put this here. Okay, now, German language study durations. German language, the duration will depend on to which program you belong. For instance, we're going to call it here as a universal subject. Let's say if you're coming under WOBEP, okay, with business program, and you are a nurse or health worker, you may take a short route, okay? Not to take a short route like shortcut, no, you follow the program. There are levels that I'm gonna show you here, okay? If you are on au pair, let me first finish with WOBEP. If you're doing nursing or health worker, the program may be started, in a short period of time, which I'm gonna tell you. But if you are a teacher, it's different, because teaching and nursing, in terms of involvement, they're two different things. Unless you're coming to teach English language, then you may take a shorter route. But if you're coming to teach mathematics and other descriptive subjects or modules, courses, you are going to take longer as others. Au pair social exchange program. Oh, girls, if you want to come for our pair social exchange program, girls, you only need A1 level, okay? I think that's the shortest. I'm gonna show you something here. Okay, now something is disturbing my screen. Okay, thank God. If you're coming for research exchange program, okay, also you may just take the shortest route, okay, which is A1 level. I'm going to share here. Something keeps interrupting my screen. It's buried now. Okay, what's that? Okay, let me take the other document as this disappears. I don't know if you're able to see it. I'm going to share this document here. Hope you're able to see the certificate. How can I? This is the certificate sample, okay? Now, I just want to talk about the levels of study German language. This is the mock certificate that we give you before you write the actual final exams. Now, Deutsch certificate Niveau, okay, Niveau means level. So these are the levels. A1, meaning this person obtained A1 only. A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. So A1 and A2 are beginners, but A2 is advanced beginner, okay? B1 is intermediate, but B2 is advanced intermediate. C1, now advanced plus advanced. All right, so now if you are traveling as a nurse, I'm going to go back to nursing. If you're traveling as a nurse or health worker, you may end up doing here, okay, A1 and A2. Though proper communication at a medical center is done in B1 and B2. So from the Zambian side, we carry you in A1 and A2. That could take A1 and A2, both could take 3 to 4 months. Okay, 3 to 4 months. Then you cross over to Deutschland or Germany, and the B1 and B2, maybe even higher, it is your employer that is going to send you to another school. So you are doing work in the morning, maybe you knock off 13 hours from your hospital or any health center. Then later you go and continue your B1, B2. If the place of work says, hey, you want to take C1, you can take it, but normally you don't even have to take C1, okay? Normally it's up to B3 or B2. So how long does it take in Germany to go B1, B2? That will depend on which program your company or your employer has put you on. Is it part-time or is it intensive? Okay, if it is intensive, normally it takes like 6 weeks or 4 weeks, the level, just like us. Quite awesome, but as health worker, so you count yourself between A1 to A2. Now, teacher, okay, teacher or tutor, you coming, for instance, to teach English language. That's what you applied for. Expect yourself to have A1 to A2 level. Okay, that's also 3 to 4 months. But if you want to come, you are specialized in mathematics or any other subjects, expect within Zambia before you cross over. Okay, remember the nursing or health workers, I said with up to A2, they are ready to cross over. Okay, in most companies, they want it because it's hot cake. Even teachers who are hot cake, but because of whom you're going to be training, okay, you'll be standing in front of students, you need to have higher. So the hospitals, they said, no, let this person come with A2, okay? We're going to train her here because as a nurse, you are just being sent, you know, can you bring this, bring the scissors, you know, you are nurses, you know what you did, okay? It's upon instructions. But for teacher, you'll be left alone in class in front of the students. Therefore, you're gonna need to do at least B2 within Zambia, okay? B2 within Zambia, which could take you up to about 6 months. You arrive now to stand in front of students and explain concepts here and there. Those are the teachers. Now I get down to the au pair exchange. Okay, these are the youths aged up to about 26, from 18 to 26. What's the duration? Boys, you have to go up to A1 or A2, but mostly A2, okay? A1, you can have a chance to be picked as well, to come through, okay, depending on the host. Girls, I mean, you don't need A2, it's just A1. They take it that girls are quick to learn the language, so even if they come with eyes or A1, they will learn the rest while here. So I shared this to show you the propagation of the languages. All right. So, and for instance, this was A1, and this is what is above. Don't worry about what is on top here. That's agabness. That means the result. Okay. Foreign listening percentage out of 100, 92 out of 100. Lesson reading, 95 out of 100, Schreiben to write, 96 out of 100, expression, that is speaking, 93 out of 100, Ingesamt, total, 376 out of 400. And you are graded like this. Okay, predicate, here predicate means definition, sehr gut. Okay, sehr good is like excellent in English terms. So this is what you are going to receive during the month, okay? Then at the end of the day, you're going to write the very final exams by University Service. This is our partner, which offers international exams all over Europe and the world. Now, I am gonna get back to, those are the durations I wanted to look at. 1 second, how do I shift that? Okay, good. Now I get back to my page here. So those are the durations. Study mode, study method or mode. Teachers, all the German language teachers are based in Germany. Okay, so you are going to be learning German language like now. okay, through live Zoom, okay? You can join us from your place at home, or you can join your friends at a designated learning center, okay? We are going to give you the names of the centers soon as I speak. Like Madam Moderator said, and Mr. Kaluwa, you've got to make sure that if your class is starting at this time, for instance, 10 a.m. Zambian time, make sure you have logged in at least 10 minutes before you are able to absorb the German classes. Study venues, physical, and e-learning. All right. Now here, physical, for those, for instance, who would say, okay, I'm going to learn from the center. Each province has got a center, okay? So there's going to be a beamer and a screen where you are going to access that teacher who is going to be teaching, and you follow. It's very nice, very, very interactive, quite interesting. But what we do before the teacher comes in, okay, that's the system, we send in advance some pre-recorded classes by CDT group, which you can watch in your comfort zone at home or with friends. You are listening to get the concepts so that when the teacher is coming, okay, to be with you in contact, now you have gone far away. That's how we managed to finish the syllabus quite in time. Then I spoke about mock exams and final exams. Yes, when the syllabus is done, you're going to do the mock exam. The mock exam is prepared by CDT group to announce to the main examination board to say, okay, the following students, they passed our mock exams. Therefore, they are ready to write the final exam. If it's A1, we test you at A1. Then again, the examination board tests you as well on A1. If it's A2, progressively, just like that. And it's good for you and us, because sometimes you were sick and you couldn't attend the classes. So we would know to say this person didn't pass because was sick. Instead of repeating everything, maybe we just give you 1 week, read through again. You're going to be retested so that you're not behind. You can join your friends on a particular trip according to what you applied for. So this is how it works. Next, we blend very well. Both of us, we are in Hamburg with the examiner. Most of the time, I'm at their offices when it gets closer to examinations, checking stuff, names, pronunciations. And with one of our former students, was our student in Zambia, Mr. Fred Chola, and also later we promoted him. He became the international German language coordinator from the Zambian side, and he did well. And the university says, hey, come on, we need that guy. The time we'll be coming to Germany, we need him to work with us. I said, hey, come on, he's our man. But he came to Germany here, then later on, I think he's now working also halfway with CTT group, halfway with university service since how many weeks? It should be 2 weeks now at university service, which is really awesome. So when you are here, you're going to find a face of Zambia at the University of Service for the first time, and the first Black or African to work in that institute. It's a great record. So examinations and awarding institutions, I've spoken about that. Okay, so first exam by us, TLI or CTT group. Then later on, we take you through to the university service. And I already displayed the certificate, sample certificate, but I couldn't display the university service one because of copyright issues. Okay, so now let's see, how do I get down here? So something is Okay. 1 second, please. I need to move some stuff. Okay, good. I hope you're able to see the screen. Perfect. Projects, connectivity, and jobs. Of course, all these projects where you're falling under WOBEP, our Pair Social Exchange Program, and REP, Research Exchange Program, they are connected to Germany because of the facilities that they really give. Okay, really awesome stuff. I'm going to start, for instance, with the nurses and the teachers. The nurses, for instance, you wouldn't believe that this is one of the best things you can ever find in Germany here because of the lack of such kind of professionals. You can imagine you have come to a company that employs you, paying you as a profession, then you tell them to say, look, I'm from Zambia. I've got a certificate in nursing. By the way, they accept you. You could have a certificate, which you did in 6 months or 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I did a certificate or a diploma. So I want to advance my studies. Guess what? The moment you sign up, okay, you're doing part-time now. You're working and going for your further studies, whether you want to do diploma or you want to do bachelor. As long as it is confined to your area of nursing, the government even pays you an extra, we call it student's salary, which ranges between 1,200 euros, that's about $1,400, to 1,500 euros, which is about to 1,700. It's just yours, tax-free, just extra pocket money. So you can imagine how you're going to help your family back. You're getting your salary, working, and also you're getting that kind of money from the state by virtue of just being a student to encourage you. We need you, please. Yes, extra pocket money. That's why, for instance, those that are married, they send the wife here. Within no time, the wife is sending the husband lots of money. They start putting up structures. The husband starts becoming suspicious. No, it is the system in Germany, the best system. But for teachers, don't ask a question, what about us by teaching? Are we giving? No, when you come, you are a teacher, just like that. If you change to say, okay, I'm a teacher, I teach biology or mathematics, I want to do nursing as well. Hey, come on, this is going to hit your bank account as well. What about the Au Pair Social Exchange Program? Au Pair Social Exchange Program, it is equally the same. One, this is helpful to you. If you're coming from a family, look at this. If you want to stay in Germany, for instance, okay, you want to stay in Germany to study further. It's free tuition, free, all right? But the government want to say, no, you need to have, despite we are paying for you tuitions and everything, we only need you to show that you've got money in a bank account in Germany, which is called BBA, bank blocked account. And in that account, you put in 10,000, almost, let me just say 10,400 euros. That's about 10,000, that's about 10,000, maybe $700. Such a lot of money. My father doesn't work, my mom no, okay? Besides, I'm vulnerable. So now, how do we help such people? We say, okay, you're gonna come through our Pair Social Exchange Program, this one here. We get you, the host family. Now they become just like your mom and dad in Zambia. They say, okay, we're going to live with you. These are registered with the government, German government, and it's according to the legal framework. We're going to host you for 6 months or for 1 year, then you can go your own way, further studies. So during that during that period of time, the embassy is not going to ask for the BBA blocked account for that money, which you have to survive on. Okay, it's got blocked because you have to remove 860 euros every month for your food, for your rent, if you are alone, you don't want to come through the au pair exchange program. Okay, so that is waived, that is cancelled totally when you come and you live with a host. But now, this is the positive part of it. That host family is a law that has to give you pocket money equivalent to $300. Okay, you don't have to buy food. I mean, you are just living like you with family, your room, just like they've got. But what's the condition? The condition is that these could be busy executives, okay, who say no, you will be taking part in taking our daughter or our son to school in the morning, and you pick like around 1 o'clock. Your job, your duty is over, your contribution is over. So in the afternoon, they even sponsor you to do further German language study. You don't have to pay yourself. So by the time you are finishing your au pair exchange program, you've hit as well German language level to the higher, maybe even C1. So much that from there, you just do transition. When the time is 6 months is finished, or if it's 1 year maximum is finished, you say bye-bye, and you go on to doing other things. Maybe you want to go to university, or you want to do a diploma course, and so on and so forth. Very, very beautiful program as well. And for boys, for instance, they even for girls, they ask you if you've got a driving license already in Zambia, they come and give you a car here, okay, to use, to drop the boy or the girl and pick, even over the weekend to, because they want to have some private, to rest. They tell you, hey, you want to drive with the kid to some other city, here is the money, just like that. Okay, that's why we encourage boys, when you jump onto this program, make sure you get that small driving license from Zambia, so that when you come here, they easily just give you the driving license in Germany. That's about au pair. What about the research exchange program? Research exchange program. There is really no country, I tell you, that offers good conditions for researchers. And almost all, let me just say 95%, sponsored, paid for by the state. You could be coming to do the research, that is the master's. If you hold a master's or a PhD, you want to research on any program. Okay, so they absorb you, they meet all the costs, the flights and stuff. Normally the research programs depend on the depth. Some could be 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. It's a matter of declaring interest from your side, and the connectivity is done. And like I was saying in the other group, that Zambia is one of the countries which is very poor, very poor. I think if you are here in the research or you work for university, you can agree with me. We are too much on academics, theoretical, and not in the research world. So this is one area we are saying, let us enhance. Okay, let us, sorry, some noise here. Let us enhance the research department through Germany. And you don't have to get scared like, oh, everything's going to be in German language. No, English, the language that you understand. And the beauty is that they don't even ask for, what is it called, TOEFL, English proficiency, or ELTS now, IELTS. No, because you did your secondary school, your bachelor, or your master's in English language. So automatically you qualify. They know that you're proficient in your language. So this is what we are intensifying as well, not only to our members, even the learning institutions, universities, colleges in Zambia, you are able to sign up. It's a simple process. We send you the links, you check the kind of research programs that are available. Then you tell us, hey, I'm interested in that one. We go with it. So that's how it works. Okay. And most of the research programs, there are even some allowances, okay? They give you some allowances depending on the duration here that you live in, and they meet for your accommodation and stuff, and a lot of things. So this is a country to be. Long time we started connecting some universities, those years when we discovered this, but, we can mention the names of universities in Zambia, state-run universities, they were not interested, okay? So we hope you are here. You're going to be a pioneer and be part of this. So this is what I wanted to share on all the programs that you came to listen to or you showed interest in. Take advantage of Germany. We call it the heaven of education and social welfare, because in everything the state is coming in, not to ask money from you, but to help you and to see you, regardless of where you come from. Zambia, Congo, Malawi, mention any land. We have seen it, but this time now, we want to intensify this department for our beautiful brothers and sisters in Zambia. I know some of you here probably you've wanted, I want to go to do research or exchange in the UK, these top countries. Can you imagine? Other countries, you want to do exchange, for instance, youths, they would say, no, how long are you going to be here? 1 year in England. They would say, you need to have so much money. They tell you, throughout the year, a lot, over 100,000 pounds. Somebody's just saying, don't dare come here. And yet here, they're only saying, buy your own airfare, one-way ticket. Coming back is something else that you can manage as well. So this is heaven on earth in terms of the programs that I have presented right here. So now I'm done with my part. Of course, if you've got questions, like the rule here before we induct you now, like we've said here, the questions have to be written, okay, in the chat box. Post your questions. We've had experiences of microphones being loud, somebody, this and that. So we said, because we are recording this, to send to you again and to those that could have missed because of network connectivity and stuff. Post your questions. If I have something I haven't covered, okay, on here, you want to post on the space, our SG is going to read them and we are going to respond accordingly. Now, at this point in time, I want to give back space to the SG. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the presentation. A wonderful one at that. In high appreciation of your wonders. You have so much there's vast knowledge, wisdom, and you're floating it at the right for you people. This man is abroad like every other person. Like every other person who's made it, we say. Here in Zambia, if you have a family member who's in the States or any other country in the diaspora, we say, we've made it, as a family. But then this is a man who has remembered home and not just remembering his own family bloodline and saying, no, I'm just going to help those that I'm related to. But he's giving us an opportunity beyond his own family, beyond his own relatives. Is giving us this opportunity to go and have ourselves great jobs that will better not only our lives out there, but also the lives of the people that were living in our country. So this is beyond what you would say is a normal opportunity. So that was my connection. So this time would like to have all the questions that you might have to all the teachers, to all the nurses, if there's anything that you're not clear about, where you would like to be, cleared out. At the end of the day, we are here to hear you out. We have offered, we have spoken, we've said what exactly we are of, and this is the opportunity we are giving. So now it is your flow. You can go in the chats and just let us know what you are coming through with. Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
sir. Yeah.
Sorry, the DCEO is here, Mr. Mlongo.
Hi, everyone. Good evening.
Wow, wow, sir. You're welcome. Good
Thank
evening,
you so
sir.
much.
You can
Thank
take
you.
over for coming through.
No. Ich möchte alle euch herzlich willkommen heißen. Habt ihr das verstanden?
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. My name is Isaac Mlongo. I am the deputy of this organization, which is called CDT. And you may by now know what those initials stand for. So I will not take much of your time because I'm here and I've been following that. A lot has just already been talked about, but a word of encouragement will do you good. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Madam SG, and all other senior members of the organization who are present here. And of course, the students, even those workers who are here who want to come and work in Germany, I welcome you. It's a great opportunity to give you an encouragement because I am one of the products of a similar program like this, where I'm here in Germany. I'm talking from Germany right now. And I've been here I've been living here now. I think this is my 27th year. So if it was a bad place, I won't be here for a long time. So I just want to encourage you as students, those who have decided to come here, the opportunity is here. Please make sure that you mute your mic because we have feedbacks, those who are not talking. Yeah, it's a great opportunity and it's for everyone. Don't be denied a chance or be told something wrong. If all human beings are equal, it is just up to you to know what you want in life. So I believe for you to be here tonight, you have taken a right direction into your life. And I can let's assure you, you will not regret it. If you are someone who is hardworking, I want to inform you that if you are coming to Germany, others maybe they would want to go to other different countries like England. But if you're coming here, I just want to tell you in advance that this is a place of hard work. You work extra hard. So it starts with your language course that Mr. President has just been explaining to you. Try your best to learn the language already now. I will tell you of my own story. When I came here, I was lucky. Someone who was in German before was always advising me, was telling me, come and learn the language, come and learn the language. And I was saying, no, I don't need it. I can't. That was my answer. And he asked me why. He said, but they're white people, they all speak English. But when I came here, my brothers and sisters, it was something else. You have to start from zero. I heard Mr. President yesterday talking of a similar story in the shop where he went to buy something and he ended up buying some food for animals instead of toothpaste or something like that. So you can imagine being in such a situation. In my case, we had a friend from South America, precisely from Bolivia. I witnessed him twice because he didn't want to learn the language. And whenever we went shopping, he was in trouble. One day he was chlorine in the shop, and we are wondering, why is he chlorine in the shop? Yeah, so he was just telling us that he wants children's clothes. He wants to buy his children's clothes. You can imagine, he started chlorine the way you know how a baby clothes. So I'm encouraging you to learn the language so that when you come here, it won't be difficult. I know Pedro showed us how important it is to learn the language. That is some good, almost close to 27 years now when we came here. And another scenario he made, he wanted to buy chicken, but all of us, we didn't know what chicken is called. So after trying to look around, we couldn't find, we didn't know that they are in deep freezers and all this, we didn't know. I can tell you, he had to crow like a cock. Kokoriko! That is the only way we came to know that what he was talking about. So I'm encouraging you, learn this language. It will help you. It will put you on an advantage because Germans, they love their language. Ehrlich gesagt, ich sage auf Deutsch, die lieben ihre Sprache. They love their language. And if you can meet that, you have already qualified to be integrated in this society at a very easy way, and you'll not find it hard to study. My daughter, I am surprised, I don't know if you can see, this morning when I woke up before I went for work, I found her in a room. I was asking her for something. He just bought this book. It's a German book. She's doing, there's what we call here, how do you call it, vocational courses. He's doing that, and he bought that. There are 3,000 websites here, 3,000 websites, all talking about the German language. You know, so I encourage you. I don't know how much it costs. It's not even very much. Maybe I can put the NSD number. You can look for it. It will help you because you will learn. It says www Schule. Schule is like as a Schule Leichter gemacht. It means school made easy. So you can learn a lot of things. The basics, they are very important in German language. So I am very, very excited. We will welcome you, those who make it. We are here. We shall definitely welcome you. And I know for those who decided to be here, whether you are coming as a nurse or we are coming as a teacher or you're coming as a au pair, whatever field you have chosen, I know you have chosen it for a purpose and you really want to work hard, okay? Many of you, maybe we may meet you in Zambia this year. I don't know, Mr. President, if you have told them that we are planning a very big welcome launching of our program in Zambia. We want to be at Mulungush on the 29th of April this year. We are praying that by then the levels of COVID have reduced so that we can gather together and have enjoy together a wonderful time there. So we will meet before maybe even you come here so that you know us in person. And that is good because when you come here, you will not have problems. If you have any problems, you can relate always to us. But as I said, please, I emphasize also again what the Secretary General talked about. Please, communication of any kind, let it come to the local office in Pika and then to us. When we are here, it's a different story. We have different organizations for Zambians, and we made it in such a way that whichever province you are, in German has 16 provinces. In each province you are, there are Zambians who are there, and they're in a group. So you'll be able to join them and interact. We celebrate things like independence together and any other functions or anything else. Maybe it is just a child's birthday. It's only that Corona disturbed everything. Yes. So As I said, we shall be celebrating that day because you are commencing a journey of embracing knowledge, ideas, and wisdom. I'm telling you, you will not be at the same level after this. And yeah, Mr. President, I wish to tell these students here that we are having also a graduation ceremony. We have a graduation ceremony coming 1 year now. Some Zambians, Kenyans, and other parts of Africa, Congo, they have been learning and they'll be graduating. Can you imagine? That is something wonderful, something good. You can be proud of and you can learn from them. Taught by different professors, lecturers, teachers from various countries. This is something awesome. It has never been like this. Even myself, I'm witnessing it for the first time. So please be part of this and contribute, help us in doing good, because that's what we want to do. You know, our main task, actually, we are looking back to Africa. We are not just trying to take you out of there. We want to transform Africa. We want Africa changed. We don't want to continue seeing the kind of poverty and suffering that we are seeing. Yet we are abundantly rich and we have a lot that we can offer. We are trying hard to make others understand that we need a 50-50 win situation when it comes to trade, when it comes to business, when it comes to job opportunities. We don't want people like the Chinese to come and exploit you. No, because if you are knowledgeable, no one will exploit you. No, not at all. Yeah. How can a Chinese come and you start worshiping him, saying, oh, Valete Chito, we own your land. You own the land, and is saying at Valete Chito. No, we have to change the game. We have to make sure that what is ours and we benefit. And that is why you are coming out of Zambia to get the kind of experience that we have. We have so many people who have come here. Some have gone back and they are doing very well because they learned something. We have people here. One of my best friends is a very senior doctor. He's a very senior doctor. Actually, in her level, like Mr. Lukomona always say, whenever he goes to a meeting, he's the only Black person. She's not working in the hospital. She's working at a company, Volkswagen, I think you know, the one that produces of cars. My best friend, we used to live together in Mazabuka when I was still in Zambia. So there is just a lot. This is just a beginning. The doors are just being opened. We don't know where you end. Some of you, when we are old, we want you to see you driving these programs. Some of you, you may end up even working with us. It is up to you. Mr. President has given an example of Fred, who is working with us here. And that's good. And he's not the only one. There are many others. And not forgetting even the other people this institution has trained from different countries who came here as refugees. Some are now doctors because they were doctors back home. Now they are doctors. Some, they are teachers, a lot of them. And you meet them, some of them you meet them. So get encouraged. Please don't pray around this situation. Mr. President, let me take a few minutes also to explain something. Please don't wait what the government of Zambia has announced. You have heard that they announced that they are going to employ 11,000 nurses. They have said they are going to employ 30,000 teachers. They cannot do it alone. They have involved organizations like us to take part of these, to absorb part of these students and teachers who they are talking about, because they cannot do it alone. Today I was on one of the platforms where they were discussing, they are saying that students who have gone to private schools, they may not be employed by government. You hear that, such a statement. So if you are someone who is looking for a job, you may end up being disturbed, but it has no proof, it has no reality. So the real thing is whether you work with us or you get employed straight from the government, it is the same thing, because at the end of the day, you still get your salary. You still have your job. We are going to give you contracts that you will be certified. If you say, for me, this is not what I'm looking for, we cannot force you. You have to be very, very free and flexible. That's why we want people to have knowledge so that they can have choices. You make choices in life. Yeah, I hope you didn't marry that man or woman you have just by force because the parents said no. You really loved her from the heart and made sure that there was that connection and love, and then you said, we agree. Yeah? Amos chapter 3, verse 3. Can two walk together? If they don't agree, you need to agree. So we are agreeing here. We are here to support you. Please just follow our principles, our rules, our regulations for this great organization. And I can tell you, you will not miss it. It will be something awesome and very, very great. You remember this day we are sitting and say, wow, I did something very well for my life, maybe even for my children, even ever, maybe for the next generation. I can tell you, Africa has to be transformed. We cannot continue at this level that we are going. I would have talked more, but because of time, let me just end here for tonight. I'm encouraging you, please believe in yourself. That's one other thing I want to tell you. As it has been said, ask for help. Don't just sit there and you are crying, you don't know what it means. Via bis do. You are confused. No, make sure that you understand the German language. It will help you. Above all, ourselves, we shall continue counseling you by making sure that our mindset programs that we have come about, changing mindset programs, you are part of that so that you benefit, because that is one area, especially among youth in Zambia, which is missing. Thank you so much for according me this chance to talk to you. And I'm so excited. That will be very soon. We shall see you, and yeah, all the best. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, since we are at the end, before we read some questions, sir, let us induct our new students on German language, WOBEP, and REP, which is Research Exchange Program, together with our pairs. You have spoken already, you've heard it all. I know. Here, I don't want to speak much. When I came, somebody told me, hey, what are you doing here? You could have settled in the US or England because of English language. There's nothing in German you can do. These people are blah, 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 blah. But I'm not like that. I'm not shifted like water. And guess what? Some even higher degrees. Me, I only clean in a school. I'm a cleaner. Oh, come on. I started researching. I figured out these guys, they didn't study German language. And they would scare me. I'm 5 years here, 10 years, 15, 20, nothing. To cut the story short, when I realized after 3 weeks that embarrassment I had, I went at Hammer German language. Fast forward, people that I found here even started coming to my office for consultancy to start helping them, because I was able to open government offices, knock on their doors and present stuff. So the language is cardinal, ladies and gentlemen. Don't say, no, I'm a medical doctor, I'm a nurse qualified. Oh, even they know me, I'm good. But if the tongue is not producing the language, nobody's going to have time in Germany. You can ask Mr. Isaac. First day induction, oh, they're going to be friendly and lovely. Oh, Frau, which name can I? Frau Herren in Duku, willkommen. They'll take you first day nicely. They are showing you this is the machine and this is what you are going to do here. And second day, probably if it's 2-day orientation at a place of work, even you teachers, it's the same. Third day, you'll be shocked. Is this the person who was showing me the machines or showing me the staff room? He has got no time for you, because here we work round the clock. Mr. Isaac can tell you. There's nothing like, hey, there's a phone call for me, I'm coming back, let me answer my sister. No. Time is valued. So, because of the language, when you come, we've got professors from Russia, they come maybe from Poland and stuff, respected there. But because they came, I'm a professor, I'm going to work in Germany without the language, hey, they reduce themselves. You see somebody sweating, you look at these documents, say, come on, why did you come without German language? I didn't know it was like this. It's a great country, but if you come without the tongue, you regret. But if you come with it, oh, come on, guys, like Fred and these other, you're going to see them. Others we brought. You know, I asked, have you been here before? No, it's my first time. But you saw integrate quickly, because in that program we give you German language, we even give you what is called integration, working and living in Germany. So much like the first day, you are not lost. That's how we now kill two birds with one stone. We teach you the language while you are home. When you are here, you're just fitting in. So don't be lazy to say, me, I'm just waiting for that day for interviews by members. Wait, they'll pull you back. Check, get the German. Why? Remember, some of you, even when we were growing up, I remember my time, we could be there playing around, then we see a Catholic here. He speaks maybe Nyanja, Mulibwanji, or Mulishani. How did we feel? Come on. Hey, we stopped playing football. Hey, Akamba Chinyanja, Akamba Chinemba. There's something about a language. We already got connected to that person. If he told us to say, hey, I love Zambia, we were going to even give him, you know, all the mangoes from the trees and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? The virtue, the value of integration. So even like Mr. Isaac was saying, the moment you go to the embassy there, Lusaka, guten Morgen, they get to say, me I get good, blah, blah. They will even forget looking at your documents. Stamp, 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 stamp. This is our person. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so take the language, regardless of your qualification, let your language be the first visa. That's what we call it. Language should be the first visa. We need more Zambians. I'm telling you, it's disheartening, like what Isaac said. We go to conferences, Africa, then Mr. Komuna is just projecting himself. No, we don't want to have that. We want to, when we rise up, can you imagine that Hamburg was at 2021, there were a lot of Hamburg. We were less than, this is disgracing, we were less than 15. Less than 15. But when you ask the West Africans, Ghanaians, we are 500,000, we are so. But you are well represented here. We rule over all these larger numbers of Africans. They come to consult us, so we need more manpower to be based here. It's not human trafficking or brain drain, like somebody would say. No, you are taking people to come and work in Germany. They are unemployed. And when they come and work here, the first 2-3 salaries come on. They send the money back to start business with families, sending containers and stuff. That's more than business. They're becoming employers. That's what we are doing. Like Mr. Isaac says, some are going back to consolidate the business. And when you have stayed here for a particular time, it becomes like if from Lusaka you are going to Kabwe. Anytime you can come. Do business, you go back. If you want to settle here, you open up that kind of a channel. Never be cheated. The same Chinese, the same Japanese, the same Koreans, so-called advanced Americans too. One of them, we do some educational programs, is the British. When England was moving out of European Union, he says, Evans, a British guy, I can't mention his name. He says, come on. This option they have given us is either I take German passport or I retain the British passport. He says, I'm going to give back the British passport. Because what I enjoy here, I can't enjoy it in Britain. So this is the greatest country that we connected you to. Embrace it. Recognized by the presidency of Germany. It's not a joke. We worked hard for you guys. Recognized by the German parliament, the strongest parliament in the whole Europe. Letters are there addressed to us. 16 states of Germany, they all agree. 16 states, like the USA, they all just agree, we have to support these people because their agenda is genuinely to uplift the masses through the roadmap. We cannot intensify the roadmap if you are not there. It is you, as we are just creators. We think, no, we gotta do this. We apply. Hey, accepted. Zambians work on it. That's our job. 2, we are aging for you youths. We are aging. Mr. Lukomana is not always going to be here. No. I also one time, Mr. Isaac, want to play golf like a Wakamunda. And relax. You have to come and take over. You have to come and take over. This is what we're looking for. So it's not brain drain, it is empowering. When you travel, you see another world, especially advanced like this one, you say, my goodness, it's like I was not living. We want to expose you. Take that one on. We are approachable. Like just follow communication channels properly and reach to us. We guide you. Our pride as CDT group lies in your hands, not in our hands. If tomorrow God says, Mr. Lukomana, come back home, I mean, I have to go back home smiling because I know there are people who are carrying over this project. If Mr. Kaluva goes back home, Mr. Isaac goes back home, Mr. Banda is there, Mamachka Monica is there, Madam Belinda is there. You know, the youths, you are growing up, 25. I started this journey when I was a youth. I was, I think, about 24 years or 23, 24 years when I went around England, 30 universities and government offices to push the agenda of proper education between Great Britain and Zambia and Central Africa. I was a young boy and I grew through that. So we need you. Thank God you don't have to go to the ministry of something or to that office to be cleared to do this. No. Like it were in our time. We couldn't even guess. Mr. Isaac has mentioned. Can you guess? You are in Germany to say, hey, Malonga, tomorrow I'll be in Germany. Where do you start from? Oh, you are in Chimwemwe. No ways. They will simply laugh at you. Even the secretary or the security guard is the one to laugh at you. Where are you coming from? Ah, Chimwemwe. Fumenyapa, isn't it? But us, we have rubbed that off. We have come to your doorstep. Whether you are in the village deep, we have pulled people from the village and they have come here and they are empowering their villages. This is what I want to see through you as well. Whether you are a teacher, nurse, a youth on exchange program, or you are a researcher, this is what we want to see, ladies and gentlemen. Now, formally, with the powers vested into my office as CEO and president of CDT Group, I, in God's name, induct you onto our program. Let's put our hands together and see you all through. Now, I'm going to quickly answer some questions. Please write your question. We are not opening the microphones because this is being recorded and there's always been some distortions. I'm going to open the chat. Allow me, Madam Moderator, to open the chat box and quickly check some questions here. Okay, from Lusaka, Guten Abend. Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Madam Florence. What level of German language does a person with a bachelor in engineering need to do a master? You see, these are some of the things which people do not know in Africa, not only Zambia. You can do a master's program in Deutschland, taught in English language, sir. That's good news. Maybe you just need A1 level, okay, for your own sake, all right? For your own sake, so that when you are doing your master's, which is English taught, it can help you outside. And here you can choose, I want 100% English taught master's or bachelor's even, and PhD, or I want 80% English, 20% German, and so on and so forth. But the beauty is that whether you are studying your master's or any study in Germany, you are under our auspices. We say, hey, come on, kill two birds with one stone. We teach you by the side German language. By the time you are finishing your course, if you want to work for 2 years, before you go back, you want to make some money, you've got the language on the lips. This is what we do. We are a solution giver. Thank you for that question. For some of us who already have other qualifications apart from teaching and nursing, what else is there for us either here or in Germany. Okay, that's a special case because WOBEP, of course, there are so many job spaces here in Germany, especially in the technical and engineering sector. IT, like Mr. Isaac Mnongo there, is a cardinal person at his company here, okay? Only that this time we are looking for teachers and what is it called this branch, and nurses, health workers. But you can still email us and explain what you are qualified in, and we check the kind of qualifications that you have. Probably, who knows, we can as well connect you to that one. Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir. How long are the working contracts? Very good question. This one depends upon the firm, but normally you don't get 1 year. It is too much for them. After 12 months, they start preparing. Normally they give you, minimum, they will give you this, excuse me, normally 5 years, okay? After finishing A1 and A2 as a nurse or healthcare worker, does the city find job or give links? No, it is our job to get you the job placements. That's us, like I mentioned initially, okay? By the time when you're approaching to now your qualification, there's a list of companies we have sent to them, and we have given them. By that time, you could have given us your qualifications, certified and stuff. Then when you are going to the embassy, you've got their contract, not CDT contract, no. If it's Hamburg Hospital or hospices, whatever they call it, it is in your hands, okay? That's the one you are going to show at the Lusaka lawmakers embassy to say, no, I've got a contract already. Here it is, 5 years. I'll be in Berlin, maybe Hamburg or Hanover and stuff. That's it. They just pick a call. They tell you, okay, we'll call you later. They pick a call. We got this person. Oh, yes, we are expecting Mrs. Esnat. That's it. Okay, perfect. Joining the program for the first time, say, for example, you have poor grade 12 results. Will you be required to go back and redo your GCE, or there's a way you can work around? But oh yeah, sorry, you're joining for the first time. Yeah, I think you are lucky. If you've got bad results, listen, it's not all about excellent results, like Mr. Mlongo says all the time, to succeed in life. No, even Germany is built by the hands of those who did skills programs, vocational, okay? So tomorrow there's a program for such people, come through. This is where we are going to explain everything, okay? To see where, even grade 9 certificate or grade 7 certificate, how you can cooperate with us, all right? Thank you for that. In the case that one ends up, can one still continue with it? Yes, you can be working with the government. You still continue with the CDT program, okay? That's really awesome. Look at this. You go on sabbatical leave for 6 months or 1 year with the government. Hey, come on, CDT, I've done German language with you. I want to also try some German environment. You come through here. So it's an open, like Mr. Isaac says.
Yes, Mr. CIO, I can even add on that. Please be reminded that we even have government officials who have applied for our programs. Government officials, people who are working in the government. So you are also free. If you are working and you are doing something, you can still embark on our programs. We are there for everyone. We don't want to leave anybody behind.
Perfect.
So you can go ahead, sir.
Perfect, sir. And when he mentions government officers, high ranking, we can't mention, okay, the position, just know that. Thank you for that, sir. In case that one ends up being employed by some government, oh, perfect. So when they call you to be employed, don't refuse, accept it, all right? And you can remain as well on the program. When is the German language beginning? Will the names of participants be shared in the WhatsApp group? Oh, of course, we already started sending admissions. It comes, of course, it's a secret. It bangs your email address. As you applied, you have been accepted on the program. So don't worry. I don't think it would be okay to share the names on the WhatsApp group. As long as you gave us your email address, you're going to receive that. When there's a language, we plan to start the German language on the Monday, which is 7th of March. When is the class starting? Then, okay, I've answered. Good evening. About the old people care training, what are the requirements? Can grade 9? Okay, old people is coming tomorrow. That's day, is it day 4? Okay. Of course, grade 9 results were educated. I never saw any results from my mama. I never saw any results from my mama, but she did great stuff with her skills and hands. All right. So I can just say yes. Grade 9 results. Where are we going to learn the German language in Lusaka? Very good German language in Lusaka. We've got 3 centers. Our actual center at Cairo Road. I think I was looking at something. This is a good question. I'm just going to. Okay, I know you are able to see your center on the website. Lusaka, where are we? I'm looking at something here. Lusaka, Livala High School, that's our center. Lusaka Girls, our center. Also, Cairo Road, CDT Group, it's our center. Then we're going to choose one and we give you there. Southern Province, Livingston Primary School, Malawi Primary and Secondary School. Okay, also missing is Hillcrest there. Northern Province, Enlightened School. Okay, the numbers are there. You call them where they are located. Northwestern Province, Solwezi Technical School. There should be another one. Western Province. Okay, I've forgotten that name. By the time this was produced, we didn't have a specific, but we've got a school in Western Province. We'll add it on. Luapula Province, Mansa Trades. Eastern Province, Ugrets Academy, Chipata. Central Province, Kabwe Secondary High School. Muchinga Province, Musakanya High School. Copperbelt Province, Kalurushi Mage Trust, Kitwe Mendel's Office, and Mamachi Kamanka, I think Chimwemwe Primary School. We've got lots of centers, but the numbers are there. You can contact them. In any case, we are going to share, okay? Formally, all the centers where you're going to be learning the language from. Thank you for that one.
May I add something, Mr. President, yes, to that? If you're aware, the government of Zambia, the current government of Zambia, has made modulations for organizations like ours to use every boarding school. It is there in their framework policies that they have given out in their CDF funds that they are going to be paying. They have made bursaries for everyone. So please go and tell your relatives to go and look for this money. It's your money, and come and learn something which you build, which you start, you to change your life and give you maybe a job, or even later on do some business of some kind. So boarding schools, we are going to be talking to them, and they will be also our centers. As they agree, we shall continue to add them. You know, we are not just affecting few thousands, or no, we want to access as many as we can through these programs. Thank you, sir.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. The new Dawn government, quite marvelous, like a dream. If you look at where we're coming from. What about some of us who are still at universities? Can we join to learn? Yes, German language. You can learn. Workers, you are a director of a company, a banker, you want to learn, just sign up. You are welcome. The brochure is there, www.Diverse Learning Institute. Click, everything is there. Wonderful. The duration for German language as a primary teacher, from the duration for German language, I mentioned this, maybe in case you came late. For teachers, duration A1, A2, B1, B2, that will stretch you to about 6 months. Can primary teacher be part? Can primary teacher be part of the program? Yes, you can be part of the program if you are working with children, especially that's a very good question. Especially if you've done also a blender in your course, which has got something to do with you did psychology, and what is it called, psychology and some social subject that is really needed in Germany, because Germans, they run away from there. They don't have a humble heart like we have. We are too patient, they are not. Okay, so only us foreigners work nicely with children. So that's really bad. Is medicine and surgery offered at, oh, we did this. Yes, that is part of our academic departments that we did yesterday. For sure, you just have to apply to come in the School of Medicine and Health Sciences. Thank you for that response. Kindly ask. Okay. Are people living with HIV able to work in Germany? Hey, come on, I love that question. Here, there's no, if they hear that somebody tested you for HIV, that person can even go to prison. Okay? The answer is yes. HIV positive, you can work. With proper medication, proper medication. Can a person who has done IT join the training or training for teachers or nurses? Okay, that's a good question. Now, if you've done IT, want to go for teachers or nurses, I would advise you, okay, to make it easier, you join the nursing program. Just find a nursing program which you can do it within 6 months, okay, at least. Then you'll be absorbed. Yes. So maybe, for instance, you're in Lusaka or anywhere, you jump onto a nursing college, just first semester, just first 6 months, you qualify to work in Germany. As long as you've got on your lips, German language is okay to start the German language when you have not received the admission letter. Okay, no, by the time we are starting, you would have received the admission letter, for sure, for sure. Perfect. So these were the only questions, and we've eaten too much into the time. Now, Madam SG, please, can you please close for us? Oh, when are the payments required to start? When are the payments? Ah, that's a good one. Yeah, we really need money. When are the payments required to start German language? Before you start class. Okay, that's what I can say. What if one fails? Don't talk about failing German language. If you passed mathematics, if you passed English, if you passed Bemba or Tonga or Nyanja or Kikawonde, why should you fail German language? I've never taught somebody who has failed. You are going to pass. Clinical officers included in the very good clinical officer, you are included. You are included. But first, you're not just coming as clinical officer to start practicing. No, you come as a nurse. Then now you are here. You say, okay, I'm strong. I've got strong German language, because as clinical officer, it's different from being a nurse. Okay, you are doing specific stuff there. So you need to go up to C1, even C2 German language. So you can come through as well. Oh. Somebody saying by God's grace, I am qualified to work in Germany.
Oh yeah, that's laughing.
Yeah, I mean, you're not in prison. You can travel back home. You go. If it's 100 times, as long as your company allows you. Okay. Yeah. Radiographers also you anything to do with health department, you are part of. I want to tell you, give you encouragement, especially those that are in health. Even those, you can imagine, only with school university certificates, and you find yourself you are in Germany here, then you go to say, no, I want to work here. They'll just show you what to do, and they take you to a college to start doing Germany and doing what is it called? Whatever nursing program. That's how they need you people, okay, in such a sector. Those that were selected as teachers, are they allowed to study? Please, let me just now say this, Mr. Isaac, I think we didn't announce to these people. There's what we are creating called the German Club. German Club means whichever sector you are, join this club, okay? We share anything about Germany, you learn the German language, and so wherever you are, that's why we are saying, whatever you are doing with us, even our Crafts programs, we'll be teaching them German language, okay? It's for you and us. At one point in time, whether you have not interest in working in Germany or coming here, one point in time, you entangle yourself with the Germans in Zambia who are going to say, hey, come on, let's do a project together. There's a project in Chipata, I don't know if it's still there. These people, they hammer money like nobody's business. Bamboo bicycles. I was shocked. But Isaac, have you come across in your institute bamboo bicycles? I said, from Chipata. One bicycle, which is expensive in Germany, can cost like 300 euros, very expensive. These bicycles are costing 3,000 to 5,000 euros one because made out of bamboo. They partner with a German and they're shipping here. So this is how life can change. Learn it. All right, now we can go on and on. And it's late there. It's 20 hours. If I'm not mistaken, 17, 18, 19, yeah, 17, 18, 19. We are right on the dot. We are right on the dot. Mr. Isaac, your final words? And
yeah.
Then,
okay.
Then we can have comments. We can have two comments, one from the ladies' side, one from the gents. Not a question, just overall comments, and we are going to close.
All right, great, wonderful. So I just want also to thank you for taking your time to be here. It's not a wasted, invested time. I can let's assure you, if you are a positive thinking person, someone who is consistent in doing things, it's not a hidden thing. It's not something that is not undoable. We were once also in Zambia. I came at the age of 23. So it is possible for you as well. Okay? So please just make sure that you follow everything that you have been taught today and make use of it. Thank you so much. I welcome you heartily willkommen in the urban Steuerland.
Super. Then one lady and one gent contributions. Sure. Then close.
I don't know, there is a hand that has been up all the time, whether it's a lady or a man. Please unmute yourself. A56, Intel A56. Yes.
Hello.
Please.
Okay. Am I clear?
Can you come on camera if it's possible, like you have seen us?
If possible, can you be on camera so that we see you?
Yes. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, madam.
I would just love to say thank you so much for the effort and everything that you're doing for us. We believe and trust that we are going to do our very best.
Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself so that at least we can know you.
Okay, my name is Lorraine Mwanza. I've done primary teaching and I graduated with a merit.
Go ahead, madam, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I wanted to say thank you so much, and we believe that we're going to start this program and we're going to do our very best and we'll follow all the instructions. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Mr. Titus Lungu. Unmute yourself, sir.
Thank you so much. Guten Abend.
Guten Abend.
So we can't wait to start this thing.
That's great.
Thank you so much, Messrs. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alungu Titus. I just want to say thank you so much to the entire administration for CDT for this great and rare opportunity. And we want to promise you that we are going to do our level best. We will not bring shame to you because we know that you are representing Zambia, you are representing Africa. And from what you have been saying, you've fought a good fight. You fought a fight of faith. And we do not want to disappoint you by not showing earnestness or seriousness in what is required of us. So in that vein, I just want to say thank you so much. And we continue praying for you that the Almighty God himself will watch over you, will give you long life. And we want to continue tapping into this wisdom, into the passion and the empathy that you have for the people that are vulnerable and needy. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Lungu. That was a powerful word. We are really grateful. Please, we are not going to allow anybody anymore. Bear with us. But Mrs. Florence, please speak the last one, just 2 minutes, then we have to close.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Very authentic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, my name is Florence Kasonde. I'm based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I just wanted to say thank you so much for this initiative. I thank Mrs. Moderator. I'm so grateful to see Mr. Lukomona on Zoom call. I know I've spoken to him over the phone, but it's just so great to be able to see him on the Zoom call. So I just want to thank you, all of you, your great team, Mr. Lukomona, for what you're doing. I have lots of people on this Zoom call that I've brought in, and I would urge them to take this opportunity not lightly, but with 2 hands. It's a great initiative and people should just jump on. You will never get this opportunity like this in your lifetime. So all the people that are on this Zoom call, please take this opportunity seriously. Thank you. I just want to bless you all for what you're doing, and you are making other people's lives change. It's a life-changing moment, I'll call it. So I'll be glad to, one other thing actually, I'm willing to join your team. If in any way you can use me, I can volunteer. That's what I wanted to say into this Twikatane program. In whichever way you want me to do, I will be gladly willing to help out. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Mama, can I ask a question?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
You look like a nurse. Is that true?
Yes, I'm actually in my uniform.
We give glory. So you help us coach our people here. Since with your experience, we are in the United States of America, it's just something similar like where we are here. Thank you so much.
Sure, yeah, you're welcome. Sure. Anytime. Be blessed, all of you.
We can talk in the background and see how you can come in. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you.
Awesome. Meaning, don't go away. When we finish, we are going to call you. Ladies and gentlemen, when I had a lengthy talk with Mrs. Florence, my heart was bleeding. I didn't know there were Zambians who are in diaspora with such kind of a big heart. How she cares for people back home in Zambia, relatives, non-relatives, and those that are here under her hands brought you. Don't disappoint this lady. Work hard and make her happy, please her, by you succeeding hard. Don't look back. This is my conclusion. Things happen. You could have gone through hard times, but it's part of life. It's part of life. We are here, me and Isaac and others that you haven't seen, except the Germans, who even get surprised, some of them, things when we talk about them, they say, hey, do these things happen in life? Because their governments, they just keep them like babies. Okay, babies. Why don't you have a job? Oh, do you want, no, I don't want to work. Don't disturb me. They will give him even money for the house, everything and stuff. But as we know our background, that's why when we talk to you like this, it is a golden chance. People like Madam Florence bringing you here, grab it. People like Madam Chikamonika, we know how she goes deep in the corners, trying to find you and stuff. She brings you here. Grab it, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you, you've been to offices. I don't want to mention offices. You are just like dogs. They don't even want to talk to you. But we say no, as we want. Tomorrow, when we point a finger, we don't want to say, no, give us your money. If it was a money thing, hey, come on, you wouldn't be here. We would have smashed $10,000 like these other people, nationalities do here in Germany, who have even made, enmity with us, that we are spoiling their business. No, it's not about how can you charge your brother and sister from Africa, even if it's not African, anywhere, pouring here, and yet you can facilitate the passage. It's not much ado. Ladies and gentlemen, take it up. Don't wait for Mr. Isaac, Mr. Komona, or your teacher who becoming a German to be begging you, oh, where have you been? Oh, sorry. I tell my students, if this one thing I want to close with, that sorry belongs to you. It doesn't belong to me. It's you who need to study. It's you who need to pass. As we can afford whatever we are doing with Isaac, we say, hey, where's the weekend? Let's go and to spend and play around. Isaac, no, let's go to Holland. Let's go to Switzerland. Just like that. So if you tell us sorry, we are able to do whatever we want to do. But that sorry, think about it before you tell us why you missed classes for 2 days. It is you getting behind. When they don't give you this thing because you failed, it is sad on our part, but we shouldn't be to blame. We are effective, be effective. You are Zambian, we are Zambian. I know who a Zambian is. Can you relax sometime? Once sometimes things just on a silver platter. That's not German, that's not the way we do. Work for it, grab it. When you look behind, you have to look behind, not to regret what you went through, but how many people now as well you are helping back home in Zambia. Chain reaction. Ladies and gentlemen, we can go on and on. God bless you all and welcome onto the program. Shalom. Madam Charity, are you here? Okay, perfect. So, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye, good night.
Good night. Good night. Oh, people have studied German language already. This is interesting.
we have already studied some.
That's a session. Wunderbar.
As teachers, we are speaking English. Now the students are the ones correcting us.
Yeah. Nächstes Mal machen wir alles auf Deutsch.
Tschüss.
Okay, bye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.